What is good, YouTube Nation? My apologies to you guys today. I completely forgot to do the other video for you guys from the Arizona Cardinals playbook. I completely, just totally blanked. I was busy, and I didn't get home until about 8. Now I was just killed from baseball practice and some other things I was involved in. Stayed late, did a couple extra reps, and ended up totally forgetting to upload the zone, record the Blitz beater. So let's just go into it real quick, and let's go to our coaching options and take a little look at the offensive audibles here. And the Blitz beater for me is from the gun flip trips. It's by far one of my favorite plays in this game. I literally will go to this play. Dude, like, it's just one of my favorite. I'll go to if I don't know what to call, I call this play. Halfback wheel from the gun flip trips by far one of the toughest plays to stop, and we'll talk about why it's one of the toughest plays to stop here in a second. Now we're going to come out in our base formation, and we're going to audible into it. We're going to come out with our base personnel, and real quick, let me sub the dudes in because I was lazy and forgot to set the depth chart. So here we go. You have them subbed in. Come out in our base, and we'll come out in standard blitzes. So we're just going to come out in the big nickel formation. We're just going to come out in the storm red, because that's a zone blitz, and then we have a good man blitz from that as well. Storm red's going to get pressure more times than not. So once you read something like this here, you're going to audible into the halfback wheel. And if you take a look at this play, we have a couple of nice routes. We have a beautiful run, by far one of the best running back routes in the game. You have Cooley on this little weird looking kind of thing, where you can use or catch him when he cuts. You have Davis on this awkward little post route, which is it actually is really good. You have Garcon on a little crossing pattern, and you have a comeback on the left side of the field. These are probably some of the most effective routes in the game. Now, what you can do with this is you could put like a Cooley, you could put him on a fade route and use or catch that. There's so much you could do with this play. This play is really limitless. But let's just show you the way I like to call this play. Now, what I'll do is I'll put Cooley on a fade or a drag, depending on the situation. If I think it's a zone blitz, I'm going to go with a fade, or not a fade, a drag. If I think it's a man blitz, I'm going to go with a fade. So let's just show you this first. Again, I'll show you the drag first, and I'll show you the fade. But against zone, your first read on this play every single time is this running back route. As you see, it's just never, in a zone blitz, it's never going to be guarded. They're going to have to force them to blitz from the left side of the field. If they do blitz from the left side of the field, it's still going to be wide open. So your next read on this play is going to be the crossing route. If you have the drag on, that's going to be your next read. Okay, so once you have that down, then your next read after that is going to be R1, the other crossing route on this play. As you see, it'll get, whoa, blitz came in there. See, that's why you have to hit your flat route, but we're just trying to show you all these routes. So take a look at Garcon here, and he's going to be a little snug. He's going to be a tougher read, to be honest. I don't usually hit him. Usually he's not open quick enough, at least. Usually I don't even get past the running back route, but you see Vernon Davis' route with a passing down to the inside. He can kind of just roast every coverage in the game. And then if they're in some kind of coverage D, so let's just go to a two-man under, or not a two-man under, but a basic zone. Say we read it wrong and they're in a basic zone, well, you're going to have this route right here to Santana Moss, little comeback route there. Been effective all year. So we have our reads down against the zone blitz. Let's talk about a man blitz. So the blitz audible down it's going to bring A-gap pressure. But take a look at, no one's guarding the running back. So I'm just going to man him up, because this is the blitz audible down. I'm going to man him up with Daughtry here. Show that everyone's manned up. And you see, that's why flip trips are so effective, is they have to, let's just unbase the line. As you see, Daughtry's still not going to go over there. So you're going to have the wheel route wide open here. Let me just show it to you here. See, he's still wide open, and he will be wide open against every man coverage in the game. Now, even if let me just show you a two-man under. So even if it's two-man under, let's take a look at where they go. You see, they're going to be lined up right over him now. But the problem is the wheel route's going to beat man coverage every single time here. See how the drag route's going to pick off his man defender, if you guys saw that. He picks up his man defender. He's going to be wide open every single time. And that's why I like the drag most of the time. Okay? Next read against man coverage is going to be the drag. It's not really going to get open, but you can playmaker it and pass lead it to the right. That will be wide open. Another thing you can do with this play is the crossing route will be your next read. It's the same exact reads. It's just different routes will be different open. Garçon's route will be wide open with a pass lead up. If you lob it to the left, I think it gets open against man. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've ran Arizona's book. Simply because I've just tried out other playbooks. But against man coverage, Garçon should be able to be lobbed, but it's just not happening for me. So maybe it won't be able to be. Maybe you'll have to playmaker it or something, but that's no big deal. It's still another read, and if they mess up with their man coverage, for example, if they go to this blitz play here, you see he's going to be one-on-one with this dude, and sometimes he'll be able to be wide open. Now, the next read on this play is going to be like we did last time, Davis's route, and against man coverage, it's going to be wide open with a pass lead down into the inside. You're going to have to click on, though, against man, and you're going to have to undercut it like that. So then you see that read. And if for some reason you make a misread and they're actually in the two-man under type of look here, then you're going to have Santana Moss wide open on this comeback route to pass lead down. It's a lovely back shoulder throw. So, as far as quick audibles from this playbook, I don't really run them. You have this audible here is the slot trail. Deep pass audible is the drag, and then the play action audible, you have a little zig route on the outside there. Run audible down the draw. The reason I don't run these plays is because it would force me to show that I'm not running halfback will. But you could do this, and let's just go over this. Now, I would run this once I establish I could beat blitz for halfback will. So this would be against a standard two-man under, running this slot trail. All I do with this is I'm going to put Moss on a out route and put Morris on a wheel route to create curl flats to the left side of the field, and then have a nice little combo of routes to the right side of the field. And the main thing that's going to be open here is the little trail route with the pass lead down to the inside. Usually will be wide open against man coverage. You may have to wait for it to develop a little bit more, but it really is one of the most effective routes to beat man in every year. It also will beat zone. And it has to be user offended, which is why it's always one of the most effective plays every year. And then, of course, you have a corner route. That's going to be your third read. Your first read is the drag, second read is the trail. Third read is the corner route. That's going to be man coverage. We already know that. Also, will beat zone coverage majority of the time. Sometimes it will. Sometimes it won't. You just have to make a read. You have to read your routes. You have to see if they're open or not. If they're not open, don't throw them, guys. Be patient. Even though baseball isn't exactly like football, something that's very similar is the fact that whenever I went up to the plate today to hit, I was struggling a little bit, and I was so tense that I was really excited. I was really in front of the ball, to be honest, and I was pulling it. And one of the things that I started doing in my second round was just relax. Just relax. You know you have the proper technique. You know you have the proper form. Ended up jacking a couple outs. So I think I hit two or three out today, and it was simple because I relaxed. My hands were moving to the ball really well and just really effective. And that's what same way in Madden, same way in any sport, any kind of situation where you have to read or you have to make adjustments. And in Madden, you're just reading your dude. You're reading the routes that I give you. They will be opening at something. Something's going to be open. You just have to read them. You have to make sure you're looking at those routes. If they're not open, take a sack. Who cares? If it's not a good pitch to hit, take a strike. That kind of theory still holds the same in Madden. And that's one of the things I love about every sport. In basketball, if you're a basketball guy, if they're playing good defense, don't take a shot. Don't take a bad shot. Take a shot clock violation. There's no point in taking bad shots just to get a bad, just to throw in make a bad pass or something. So that's pretty much it for that. Now, the reason I don't like the defense audible is because you kind of comes inside there. But I like the route Morris is on. I like the post route. All I will do with this is zig and fade those two inside dudes. And you see it's just going to work basically like a bunch formation. R1 was wide open there. So, it's just a simple read progression as far as those go. I'm not going to spend much more time on those plays simply because I don't run them. That you guys can do what you want. I'm just going to give you a couple concepts. I was just giving you a couple concepts there. So those are basic things that I'm going to do with this formation. Yeah, I went to the 3-headed rushing attack. Let me show you one other thing from the play action audible, and then we'll be done with this video. You see, you have a little zig route, or not zig route, but whatever it's called, dig route or poco route or something like that. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to streak Garcon or drag him. It doesn't really matter. I like to streak him, or you could also put him on a zig. We know those take the purples down. And what we're going to do with this is we're just going to snap, and Cooley will be wide open against every coverage in the game. The only coverage that might give him trouble is 2-man. Let me just show you a cover 2 man here. And the reason it'll give him a little bit of trouble is because they may press him up, but you'll just wait a little longer to throw the route. That's all it is. That's why your first read is going to be the flat route to Morris. But smart route, that poco route. And see how the timing's messed up when they press it. So that's why you have to look there. And that's why it's a read, not a money play, not a glitch. That's why I don't know why people think that there's actual glitches in this game. To be honest, there really isn't anything that's in this game that you can't counter. And I'm going to be going over how to counter one of the best blitzes in the game tomorrow. But here you see, wait till he cuts to the outside and then throw it. And if you have to, if he's not open, he doesn't have separation, wait till he comes back to the inside to throw it. I mean, you saw there, against a 2-man under, they will kind of cover him. And that's the only coverage that will give this route trouble. It's one of the most popular coverages in the game, nonetheless. So what you want to do is, if they're in the 2-man under, wait until he cuts back to the inside, and then he's going to have inside position. So it's just a simple reading when he's open, where to throw it kind of thing. And then you make hot routes on the left side of the field to adjust out of the route you have there. So tomorrow we're going to be going over a mini scheme as well as the base scheme. We're going to do 2 videos tomorrow because I totally forgot to do a video another day this week. I've been so busy with baseball. Baseball literally has taken 4 to 5 hours of my day. When I go to practice, then I come home and I kind of work on some stuff. I'm not as good as an off-season player. I don't like to do stuff in the off-season, but when the season comes, I work that's all I do. So hopefully we're going to try and make sure we're getting up a little earlier, get these videos pumped out to you guys. Real quick, I want to talk a little bit about the channel, a little bit about the future. Now, tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be doing a little blitz beating, or not a blitz beating, but a blitz pickup kind of thing for some new blitzes that people are doing in the game today. As also another thing, I'm going to be doing a live commentary series. Should have another game uploaded. I hope you guys are liking those. So I'm going to try and use the weekend. I'm going to try and use Sundays as my main day for recording. I'm going to try and record everything and then just upload them daily. That way that we could stay on a daily schedule instead of this week where I had to kind of upload like 4 videos today. Anyway, enough of that. If you guys are new to the channel, if you guys are just watching this, you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, go ahead and check out the description below. It's going to have a link to my YouTube channel. It's going to have a link to a couple of other channels that I suggest you check out. And if you like what you see at the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. What your subscription really means, it means that you want to follow our channel, you want to be involved with us, you want to, you like what we're doing here. And what's going to happen is when you go to YouTube, every time we upload a video, you'll have it on your YouTube page, and that way you can have access to every single video we post. Now, if you guys are already a member of the channel, you've already subscribed, you want to follow the channel, one thing I would request from you to do is go ahead and hit the like button. I know it's a tough job. I mean, it only takes a second, and it really helps the channel grow. It really does, guys. You guys don't understand how channels grow. How channels grow is likes, dual comms, and luck. And I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. Likes are the biggest thing, because what happens with a like is basically YouTube has like a little search box, so you guys know that. So when you search for something about Arizona's playbook, if we have like 500 likes, then that's going to be above a video that has, say, 50 likes on it. So that's why likes are so important. Anyways, I'm not going to beg you guys for it. I'm just going to suggest you guys do that. That's a way to get involved with the channel. Also, donations, those are available. I got some messages about that. If you would like to donate to the channel, then go to the description. In the description, it should say my blog or link to my blog. If you go to my blog post or my blog site, it's going to have all my blogs, and I blog every time I post a video. And in every blog, I have a donate link in the blog itself. So if you click on that donate link on that page, that'll take you to a spot where you can just donate to my PayPal account, and that way I can get some money out of that. And I would appreciate you that. I would I can't say it. I would appreciate that a lot. What I'm going to be doing with that money, I'm going to have one of my buddies build me a computer, a desktop computer with 1 terabyte of like hard drive and like 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, this thing's going to be a monster. It's going to be priced at about $500 for all the parts. So if you guys are interested in helping me grow, helping me get that computer, I've got about $100 saved up. So between now and NCAA, if you guys would like to see streams of NCAA and Madden and eventually maybe some Call of Duty and that, go ahead and donate to the channel and go ahead and get this computer for us so that we could stream, and it also help uploading. I can pump more videos out faster. But anyway, enough of that, guys. I appreciate you guys checking out this commentary. This has been the Arizona Cardinals playbook. It's been the Blitz formation, and we'll see you guys next week.